Hi, you guys. We're about to shampoo G's hair, and she hasn't been wearing it in a. You said you haven't been wearing it in a wash and go. You just been blow drying, or just blow drying it and then just putting it up. Okay. I just wanted you. The reason I'm doing this is I wanted you guys to see how I shampoo, and the fact that I shampoo everyone the same. Okay, I shampoo everyone the same using the same products. Every now and then I might add in like a scalp shampoo, like something that is, something with like eucalyptus or menthol, depending on like if they have a lot of scalp flakes or, they just have thick hair and I know that they're gonna need a little extra help getting the flakes up and stuff. But for the most part, everybody gets shampooed the same. Mama, can you turn the music down? Because I don't want them to cut us off, even though I got my Jasmine on. But there was a lot of discussion about porosity, right? And there seems to be, when I say that porosity isn't a thing, I should have been more clear. Porosity isn't a thing that you should be worried about, okay? Porosity is literally, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's like being ashy, but yeah, porosity is like being ashy because we're not ashy all the time. We might be ashy if we don't put on lotion, or we might be ashy after we shampoo after we wash our hands, or like if you go somewhere and they have really crappy hand soap and it's like all of a sudden your hands are super, super ashy. Porosity is very similar. It is situational. You do not have a certain porosity of hair. Your hair exists in different states of porosity. It's just like water weight gain. We don't always have PMS. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't, but our bodies change day to day. So does our hair. So your porosity can be affected by how you wear your hair, the temperature outside, whether or not you have hard water or well water. Like, is it humid outside? Is it dry? All of these things affect your porosity on a day-to-day. This is why I'm trying to tell you guys that you cannot base your hair regimen on porosity. It changes too frequently. Okay? Now, when we talk about porosity, like somebody might look at V's hair and say, oh, she's got low porosity hair. Like, it's going to take a long time for her hair to get wet, right? The truth of the matter is this, is that anytime you have hair that is, say, anytime that you're dealing with hair that has not been shampooed for a few days, you're going to have hair that is hydrophobic, meaning it doesn't want to get wet. That is why I add in shampoo dry, because it breaks up the oil, it breaks up the product so that the hair gets cleaner and it's able to get wet faster. I understand what you guys are saying when you say that your hair doesn't get wet. And I'm telling you that there are ways around that. Most of my clients, when they come in and if I just try to wet their hair, it will take forever for their hair to get wet. And it'll, like, if you don't put shampoo on before you wet the hair, it makes the hair much more difficult to clean. Okay? So when we talk about porosity is something that is equalized the minute you add water to the hair. That is why I shampoo hair before I color it, because water is the best porosity equalizer that you can have. So you don't need a lot of conditioner. Your hair is already now wet. Your porosity is equalized. You no longer are dealing with low porosity hair. Okay? So when I say that you don't need a lot of conditioner and you're like, oh, well, I have low porosity hair, like, you're so stuck in that mind frame of this is the type of hair that I have that you're not even listening to me. You're not even listening to me. Like, I can't help people like that. Like, if you want to remain in the idea that your hair is problematic and that it's difficult to maintain and difficult to manage, I can't fucking help you. Like, that's on you. But do I get frustrated when y'all do that? Absolutely, because I feel like I'm a parent trying to tell, like, I feel like I'm a teacher trying to tell a parent that their child is a genius, and the parent is like, no, they're stupid. They don't, like, that's what it feels like. Like, y'all are not open to the idea that there's nothing wrong with your hair, and that's frustrating. It's frustrating as fuck. Okay? So, I'm going to show you how I shampoo, and I'm going to try to explain the best way I can why I shampoo the way that I do. Okay? Yeah, they absolutely need a mindset change. How am I going to hold this? How do I normally hold this?
You want me to hold it?
You want to come hold it? Okay. I'm trying to think because I want them to see what I'm doing. Can you turn on a flash with this? I don't know. Well, I guess you can here. I'm going to have Priya hold it. And I guess you can, wait, did I do it right? Uh-huh. Okay. So what I do first is normally, okay, so sometimes when I say to de-shed the hair, like I would never just comb her hair because, you know, it's like you don't want to just go in right now with the comb because of course you're going to break hair, right? Especially if she had a wash and go. What I want to do is I want to make sure all the loose hair, I want to try to get that out, right? So if you're at home, you don't want to just start wetting hair because it's the shed hair that's going to cause problems. That's the hair that's going to tangle. Our hair doesn't naturally tangle. You want to, like, remember, you're not detangling right now. You're de-shedding. So you're trying to get all that old hair like this. You want to get that out as much as you can. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I got my clarifying shampoo. It's full strength, 100%. I'm going to apply it directly to the scalp. If I were to wet her hair, I would not be able to get her hair clean quickly. So we just want to split that apart and just get it right there. And I do this for everyone, regardless of the size of their curl. The only time I might wet the hair first is if the person has a lot of gel in it, and you don't want to be splitting hair apart with hard styling product in it. So then I might wet it, but I'm still gonna add clarifier to the hair. I just won't pull it apart. Is that too warm? Getting hotter though. Now you see how quickly her hair got wet? Sorry, babe. Got my tie my hair back. Now you don't want to necessarily rinse all this out. I'm just trying to wet her hair. Now one thing that we were talking about in the other video is elongation, okay? If you do this with the hair, you're going to jack that hair up. You're messing up the cuticle, you're raising the cuticle, you're tangling the hair. You're going to make your detangle process a nightmare. I see I see stylists online doing this. That's not how you shampoo hair. So when I say that you are doing it wrong or that you're not properly shampooing the hair, that's what I mean. There's absolutely a correct way to shampoo the hair and there's an incorrect way to shampoo the hair. You want to make sure that you have that hair elongated at all times. You want to be stretching because right now I'm detangling. Okay? This, I'm getting soil out of the hair, but I'm also detangling the hair. You see how this hair is coming out? We want that hair to be coming out, that shed hair to be coming out as I'm going, so that as we're detangling, you're not going to have a hard detangle. So when you need to shampoo, what you do is you're going to split that hair apart, get at that scalp and shampoo. I don't want the hair in my hands. I'm going to tangle it. So you move the hair out of the way, access the scalp, and you shampoo. Okay? You see how her hair's not moving? That means her hair's not tangling. You gently take it apart and you get in there. And this is actually much quicker than if you know, some people like to section. This is quicker. Everything, a wash and go, if you want a defined curl pattern, regardless of like your curl size, everything starts with the shampoo. If your shampoo is jacked, your wash and go is gonna be jacked. Styling starts here, okay? And you can see her hair is still, it's elongated. I don't even have to touch it, and it's staying. This is what I mean when I say to elongate the hair. It doesn't matter if you have a defined curl pattern or not. You can still elongate your hair. You still want to smooth the hair. This is what smooths the cuticle down, not cold water. This motion right here is what gives you shine and no frizz. You see how her hair's not moving? Split the hair. Get that scalp. Let me know if I'm scrubbing too hard, okay? Okay, now this is a clarifying shampoo. You never ever want to finish with a clarifying shampoo. You always have to shampoo afterwards with a moisturizing shampoo. Moisturizing, smoothing, detangling, whatever they call it. That's what you want to use. Now see, the smoothing motion stays. Keep the hair elongated. And these hairs also color treated, and she has bleach in her hair. And we grew this out twice from 2 different big chops. We big chopped twice. Are they asking questions?
Yeah, so one question is, how do you identify clarifying shampoo?
How do you identify what?
Clarifying shampoo.
It'll say it. It'll either say clarifying, deep cleansing, or chelating. Chelating is actually kind of harsh. That's usually for like chlorine or mineral removal. So I would go for clarifier. And it's usually clear. It's not usually... It doesn't usually have like a little beige or creamy look to it.
What shampoo are you using?
Quantum clarifying shampoo right now. It's my favorite because it's, even though it's clarifying, it's not like real harsh. You can get it at Sally's. And here's the thing. If you're not heat styling, you don't have to clarify all the time. Like, I only clarify here because I heat style. But like, if you're shampooing once or twice a week, you don't have to clarify every time. You can clarify like, if you're just doing wash and goes or twist outs, and you're using water-based products, you can clarify once a month. If you have thick hair, I'd probably recommend clarifying just to make sure your scalp gets clean, but you know, if you shampoo often, you shouldn't have a problem with, what do you call it? Build-up. Had a little fibro moment there. I was like, I couldn't find the word. Okay, now we're going with shampoo. Okay. shampoo. That was like, I think that was like 1.5 pumps, 2 pumps. You see how it's like this? This is what we want out of the hair. So that's the goal, is to gently be removing that as we're shampooing. Because that is what's going to give us a problem when it's time to start combing out. So we want to smooth, smooth, smooth. And this is what's closing the cuticle. Because clarifier absolutely does raise the cuticle. And so you want to smooth that back down. You want to restore the pH balance to the hair.
Someone asks, if I always blow dry but wash my relaxed hair weekly, how often should I clarify?
Do you use a heavy oil-based product? I'm gonna be honest, I don't because I want to say not to clarify so often, because the cuticle of relaxed hair is already raised. Maybe, God, I need more info. Like, I need to know how thick your hair is. Like, do you sweat a lot? Like, I need just a little more info. I will say this, just make sure that you clarify gently. But I don't know. It's like, well, here's the thing. If you were coming here, I would clarify you. If you came here every week to get your relaxed hair blown out, I would clarify you. So I'm gonna say go ahead and clarify.
Okay, so when do you know if you need to clarify if you do wash 1 to 2 times every week?
Honestly, you'll kind of feel it in your scalp. Like, it's almost like, I shampooed, but my hair don't feel clean. Like, you might feel a little itchy. I think that's a good indication. That's a good indication. See, we want all of that hair out.
If you use Clarify shampoo, should you always shampoo again after?
Yes, always. Never, ever, ever. Even if you look at First Lather, which is a care product, it tells you, do not use this by itself. Follow with hydrating detangling shampoo. So never use clarifier on its own. Never. Your hair will be a mess. It'll feel hard. It'll feel tangly. I've never come across a clarifying shampoo that smoothed the hair.
Okay. What would you say is a good shampoo and conditioner for coarse, thicker hair?
Redken All Soft. And they have one that's All Soft Mega. I recommend that. That one is good. I don't recommend that for fine to normal hair because it's really rich. It could weigh the hair down. But Redken All Soft is suitable for all hair types. Okay. But that All Soft Mega, if you really have coarse, thick hair that you want to soften, then yeah, All Soft Mega is a good one.
After I do a wash and go, do I put sea silk infusion and then sit under the dryer?
No, No. Cheese silk infusion is only for direct heat. So that means a blow dryer or a flat iron. There's no need to put it on if you're sitting under a dryer. And it can lessen the efficacy of your styling product.
So the girl with the relaxed hair asked, remember she said how often should she clarify her relaxed hair? She said her hair is medium density, she doesn't sweat a lot, and she uses a very small amount of hair butter after she blow dry.
She shouldn't be using hair butter. You should not be using oil before you use heat. You're frying your hair. Silicone-based heat protectants only.
Do we need to shampoo twice?
Huh?
Someone said, do we need to shampoo twice if we're not using a clarifying shampoo?
I would recommend it. I always recommend it. Yes, you don't want to shampoo just once.
Does Alopecia work as a conditioner shampoo?
Yeah, but here's the thing. You still got to follow with conditioner. Conditioner is necessary for all types of hair.
How much hair is too much to shed when washing weekly?
When you think about it, that should be like almost 700 to 1,000 strands a day. If you lose naturally 100 to 150 strands a day and you shampoo once a week, that's gonna look like a lot of hair. So a lot of y'all think that y'all losing a lot of hair, and that's just normal. Because honestly, our hair doesn't fall to the ground when we shed. It stays in our style. That's why y'all get so nervous when y'all take down braids. Y'all think all your hair came out. And like, no, that's just like a month or a month and a half worth of shedding. That don't mean you going bald. That's just a natural occurrence. It just doesn't, our hair just doesn't fall to the floor like straight hair does. And we don't comb or brush every day.
How can you identify a moisturizing shampoo if clarifying is usually sheer?
It'll say it. It'll say it. It'll say moisturizing or clarifying.
Redken All Soft is good even if you are not heat styling?
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of hair do you define as thick or coarse?
Thick and coarse are not the same thing. Thick refers to the amount of hair you have, and coarse refers to the size of your hair strand. So if you have a large hair strand, then you have coarse hair. Somebody can have thick, fine hair, thick, average hair. Somebody can have thin, coarse hair. Thick and thin are not related to coarse and fine. Thick and thin refer to the amount of hair you have on your head.
Should we avoid silicones if we don't heat style?
No, I don't. Ain't nothing wrong with silicones, y'all. I think that y'all get caught up a lot in, you know, people talk about buildup. If you're shampooing your hair often, you won't get buildup. If you're using a conditioner that has silicone in it, okay, that was 2 pumps. If you're using a silicone-based conditioner and you're using it once a week, how in the hell is that gonna build up on your hair? When they were talking about silicone buildup, first of all, y'all was co-washing. Y'all wasn't shampooing. And they were talking about frizzies for white girls that use it every day. Y'all are not, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Y'all threw out a lot of good products because somebody that don't do hair told y'all that ingredient was bad for your hair.
So if you are already using a medicated shampoo, do you still need to use a clarifying shampoo and then a moisturizing shampoo?
No, just a medicated. And if you're using a medicated shampoo you should definitely have it in something like this, because medicated shampoos are great for your scalp and they're murder on the hair. So you want to make sure that medicated shampoo is really concentrated on your scalp and not your hair.
How do you deal with the dry, flaky scalp? I've been using your tips, but I am struggling to keep moisture in.
You can't keep moisture in, sweetheart. You got to keep moisturizing your hair. How soon after you shampoo do you see flakes?
Can you recommend a heat protectant, please?
She's Silk Infusion.
Do you have the same conditioner recommendation for someone with locks?
Not new locks. So if your locks are already established and you're just retwisting, then yeah, you can use Redken All Soft, but I probably wouldn't recommend Redken All Soft if you're like if you're just getting them done. Because it's like they're not formed yet, so you want to make sure, you know.
How should you wrap your hair at night so you don't mess up the curls?
Like for a wash and go?
Yeah.
I use an open top stocking cap. Because to me, pineappling always kind of messed up my front. It always gave me like a divot in the front. So I would kind of use the pineapple method, but with an open top stocking cap. Because to me, a bonnet smushes the back. And I like my curls elongated. So an open top stocking cap, it holds the hair like this while you sleep. So that's why I used to use those.
How frequently should we trim?
It depends on your texture and the condition of your hair. So for somebody with fine hair, 6 to 8 weeks. Somebody with average hair, maybe 8 to 10. And somebody with coarse hair, 10 to 12 weeks. Nobody should go past 12 weeks. You heat style once, subtract a week. Have bleached hair, subtract 2 weeks. Have color treated hair, subtract a week. Have a protective style in, add a week. You know you've been doing real good with your hair, you can add a week. You know you've been crapping out your hair, you go on vacation and didn't do much to it, in a not so good way, subtract a week. Stomach is crying.
Do you need to set a twist and go? I mean, I guess a twist out using wrap foam with heat.
I would. Wrap foam is a styling product that's designed to be used with heat. You're not going to get the full efficacy of the product if you just let it air dry. Air drying encourages frizz.
Okay. So coarse and fine refers to how big one individual strand is. Sorry, I'm trying to visualize.
Yes. Okay, so if you think about hair like pasta, fine hair is angel hair, normal hair is spaghetti, and coarse hair is linguine. Okay, that's what I mean by the size of the hair strand. Like, if you like V has very fine hair. Okay, so if like we were to take, she has a lot of it, but she has very fine hair. So that's why I get so mad when people say that they say African American / coarse hair, because in reality most of us don't have coarse hair. Most of us have fine hair. That's why it's so fragile. Asian women have coarse hair. Polynesian women have coarse hair. Like it's the actual hair strand is big. We don't have like, see, that's fine hair. She got a lot of it, but it's fine. It's a very skinny strand. This is not coarse hair. But somebody will look at her curl pattern, and because it's tight, they automatically say, oh, she needs a lot of heat, or she needs a super relaxer. That's why a lot of y'all had bad relaxers. It's not the relaxer, it's somebody, they look at our hair and say, oh, because it's a tight curl, that means it's coarse. And absolutely not. Most of us have fine to normal hair.
Do you work in conditioner on the scalp?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do I need to spend big bucks on a hooded dryer, or should I be okay with a $75 Revlon hooded dryer?
I would actually spend, if you got the room, I might even get a standing dryer. They're like $100 on Amazon.
Should I use water to keep my toddler's hair from being dry in between weekly washes?
When you add water like that, you're encouraging moisture evaporation. Wetting dirty hair does not moisturize. You just might need to shampoo her more often.
Did I ask you about the conditioner on the scalp?
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, a lot of y'all be thinking y'all toddlers got dry hair. And just because the hair is not shiny does not mean it's dry. Our hair does not reflect light like straight hair does. It's not meant to. Greasy hair does not mean moisturized hair.
How should I wrap up a TWA at night after a wash and go?
I would just cover it with a bonnet. Because, no matter what, it's going to get smushed. So, just wrap it up so you're not rubbing around like a tennis ball.
What should I use to regrow edges?
Well, what took them out? You can't, when you say regrow edges, most of the time, if you stop whatever damaging activity you were doing, they'll come back. Unless that damage is permanent, but, you can't regrow edges and keep using edge control.
Should we trim our own hair, or should we always go to the salon?
Always go to the salon.
How often do you recommend getting protein treatments?
I don't recommend getting protein treatments at all if your hair not breaking. The average shampoo and conditioner has enough protein for healthy hair. You shouldn't be getting protein treatments if you have healthy hair. Protein treatments are for brittle and breaking, distressed hair.
Which wrap foam do you suggest?
Nairobi.
Is there a thing as material breaking the hair, talking in terms of a woolly hat in the winter?
Yes, absolutely. That's something that us hijab wearers have to worry about. Where we anybody that wears head wraps knows, when you do your bun and you're twisting up your bun in the back and hair starts to pull, Absolutely. Like, hat, if you wear one hat all the time, that's why I try to switch up how I wear my hijab and where I part my hair, because if it's rubbing in the same place, it can absolutely cause damage and breakage.
How do you deal with matted roots even after getting a trim?
Well, how are you stretching your hair before it dries? And do you finger detangle? To me, people that got matted roots, they finger detangle.
Can sleeping positions cause hair breakage?
No, not sleeping positions, but how you wear your hair at night can. Like if you have a bonnet that's really tight around the edges, then yeah, that can cause, that can cause issues.
Should we put anything on our scalp? I know we shouldn't use oil.
No, you shouldn't. For what? Yeah. For what? Like, that's the thing. When people, I'm not being an asshole when I say for what. I'm asking because I want to find out what you think. I want to find out what you think you need on your hair. Also, some people, I don't like microfiber towels because to me they don't absorb water. But I also don't rub. You see how I didn't rub her hair with the towel? I just wrapped it up, but I kept it long. So her hair is in this wrapped up, right? So I know some people get nervous about cotton towels. You don't have to be if you're not rubbing. But the microfiber towels I have, I don't like them because to me they don't absorb water. Come on.
So tips for maintaining wash and go set if you work out.
You know what I used to do? When I used to work out, I used to have I have my pineapple, right? Or my open top stocking cap. I literally would fold it down so it was still like a big headband. So it was still stretched, but my edges were I guess covered or tied down. And then I would work out. And then I would not take this off until my edges dried. Because if you take your hair off while your edges are still wet, it's going to curl up and it might frizz. So that's how I would do it. But I still would work, if I worked out Monday and Tuesday, then Tuesday I would shampoo my hair. So it's because I sweat in my head a lot. So I can't get away with not, what do you call it? I can't get away with not, yeah, I need the wet brush. Hold on. So this is what I use. Wet brush.
What can we do since it's a lockdown and hairdressers are closed and we can't get a trim at the moment?
I don't even know what to say because on one hand, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I don't want to tell y'all but that goes against everything I stand for. But I get it. Best thing I can recommend. Oh God, I can't even. Cause I even cut my own hair, so I'm it's hard for me to tell y'all what to do or suggest something like that. Maybe, I guess the safest way, maybe do that thing where y'all trim the edges of you trim your, what do you call it? You twist out, you trim the ends, I guess, but just know that you might be cutting off too much, or you might be,
changing the shape.
Yeah, changing the shape of it or something, I don't know. So. I wanna. That's a hard one. Whenever people ask me that, I'm always because I don't know. I don't because I don't even cut my own hair. I try not to anyway. I hate it.
So is there ever a time to use deep conditioner after coloring hair?
No. Because, let me explain why. Because you don't want to push that color molecule out of the hair. So deep conditioners are meant to be are meant to penetrate. After color, the first thing you want to do is close that cuticle down so your color doesn't fade, right? So if you're using a deep conditioner that's, that's meant to penetrate, you're going to be releasing color. You're going to lose, like, yeah, there's different ways. Like, there's certain things that we use after, post color treatment to like neutralize the hair and to make sure that the cuticle is closed. So you might be messing up your investment by using a certain deep conditioner at home. You want to make sure that, like, let's say you got bleach and, like, 2 weeks later you're using something, you want to make sure that that conditioner is specifically for lightened hair, okay? Or you want to make sure that it's what we call color safe. Okay, so before you go to put stuff on your hair, you have to really know, hey, like, do I need this? And is this the proper conditioner for what's going on with my hair? Because a lot of y'all will say, oh, my hair is shedding, so you use protein. And shedding is internal. Protein is for breakage, not shedding. Like, there's nothing you can do about shedding from the outside. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, relaxed hair does not need protein treatments. My salon said I should get one in between relaxers.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that protein doesn't need
That relaxer
doesn't need protein treatments. What I said was that most shampoos and conditioners have enough protein in it. That's what I said. Yeah.
So should she get one in between relaxers, or?
I wouldn't. Like, I don't have my clients do it but again, my client's hair isn't breaking. Here's the thing: relaxed does not mean damaged. Just because a person has chemically treated hair does not mean that they have damaged hair. Deep conditioners are not preventative; they're restorative. They don't prevent damage. If I'm gonna do something that's gonna jack up your hair, a deep conditioner is not gonna help you. I promise y'all.
Okay. So we shouldn't spray water to refresh our hair during the week. Just leave it alone until wash day.
Here's the thing. If you need to refresh your hair, like styling wise, just add more product. So if you have a wash and go and you use gel, just add more gel. The gel, the fresh gel will reactivate the old gel and your curls will snap back. But if you add water, not only are you going to frizz the hair, but you also are going to make your hair stink. Remember, we don't apply water to dirty stuff. We don't apply water to a dirty body. To, like, that ain't no. You don't want to do that.
How should you style your hair under your hijab?
Well, I mean, I usually do a loose bun where it's not even tight. Because if I leave my hair loose under there, I end up with something similar to cradle cap. Like, I end up with like a big old lock in the back. So I always have to, like, pull my hair, like, it can be braided, like you can have cornrows. Just something where it's not under there loose.
Should hair be cut or washed before bleaching it, or no?
Well, I mean, it just depends. Like, if you have really crappy ends, I'm gonna cut them off before we bleach. I always shampoo hair before I color because that's the way to equalize porosity. Because each little curl, each little S shape, it can absorb color differently if it's not, the porosity isn't equalized. So that's why I shampoo. Also, it takes up less color, so it wastes less color, and it's quicker. It's faster. That's why I shampoo. And also, most of the time I'm shampooing through a week of, like, product. So you don't want to, color is not going to lift through all that.
If you have very coarse strands, do you recommend weekly deep conditioning, like
No.
10 minutes?
Nope.
How do we hydrate the scalp?
Shampoo and conditioner.
What should we use for traction alopecia?
No braids. and no ponytails. Traction alopecia is a mechanical, it's a mechanical situation. Like when you say what should you use for that, just make sure you stop at whatever is causing your traction alopecia. And a lot of y'all don't know this, but a lot of your edges are thin because of edge control. Friction also causes alopecia or traction alopecia. It's not just pulling, it's friction. So that's why like I have to be careful when I wear my hijab not to like make sure that it's not on the same exact place every time, because like it'll start to rub and it'll rub your hair right the hell off. It'll rub it right off, baby.
How should I set a wash and go?
I can't answer that. It's like that's a consultation question, because it's like it's too involved.
Can I use twisting butter for my twist and nothing else?
I wouldn't use twisting butter. I would use wrap foam. Twisting butter, like that shit don't have no hold, because it doesn't dry. Anything that doesn't dry is not going to give you hold.
Is it true that you're supposed to rinse conditioner out with cool water?
It don't do nothing. It feels good in the summertime, but no. The only time I would tell people to use cool water is when they have like a fashion color, like blue or cherry red or something like that, because hot water raises the cuticle. But rinsing with cool water don't do nothing. It don't close no cuticle. Yeah, it's not like...
If I don't blow dry my hair and do a twist out on wet hair, should I use gel to twist instead of a wrap foam?
Wait, say that again?
So she's saying when she does her twist out, she wants to know, should she use gel if she's not going to blow dry it?
No, because here's the thing. Gel is for a permanent style. And when I say a permanent style, I mean it's for something that you're not going to change. So let's say you're going to do a bun for the week, then use gel. But if it's something you're going to take down, you want to use wrap foam, because wrap foam has a flexible hold. Gel does not.
Is it okay to blow dry your hair every week for a stretch twist out, or is it going to promote heat damage?
No, as long as you know what you're doing and you're not using oil to blow dry, as long as you're using a heat protectant, you should be good.
What about those who live in cold climates? How best to keep hair protected against rain and wind?
Cover your head. Like, why are you walking around without your, you know?
What do you recommend for psoriasis on the scalp?
That's a medical condition, babe. I don't give medical advice.
Thoughts on Demon Brush for Tangle Teaser?
I don't like the Demon Brush, not because it doesn't work. It's just not efficient to me. I need something big. The Tangle Teaser, same thing. It's not efficient to me. Like, I want something to, like, you know what I mean? I don't want it to not, I like efficiency. It's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying like you shouldn't use it. I'm just saying for me. But a lot of people like them. To me, the one time I got a Tangle Teaser, it was too, like, it hurt. Like I need torque. You know, I need a handle.
What wet brush are you using?
I would, just the one for thick hair. Or not the one for thick hair, excuse me. The one for, wait. Is that the one for thick hair? Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one for thick hair. The one for thin hair has less bristles. It's not very, you know, I'm like, I don't really.
Is the only solution for traction alopecia shots from a dermatologist?
Well, what, like.
That's not traction.
That's not, yeah, it's like, that's not traction alopecia. Traction alopecia is, like I said, it's mechanical. Here's the thing. If your damage is permanent, it's permanent. Like, if your skin is shiny, if that area is shiny and there's no follicles, there's no holes, then that damage is permanent. The only thing that you can probably get is like maybe some type of transplant or something like that. But most of the time with traction alopecia, y'all don't stop. When it comes to like, the first thing we say is stop getting braids, y'all don't do it. Y'all won't stop. Stop getting lace fronts, y'all won't stop.
What do you recommend to prep for box braids with extensions?
Here's the thing. If your hair isn't suitable for that, you can't get it. Like me, I'm not suitable for box braids because my hair is like low density and it's fine. Not only am I gonna look bald headed, but it's gonna tear out my hair. Ain't a conditioner out there that's gonna protect me from that because that's not suitable for me and my head. So in order to, when you say prep, what I would say is just make sure your hair is properly shampooed and conditioned, and that your hair is suitable for that style. A lot of y'all keep getting stuff that you're not suited for.
Why did you say no to weekly deep condition?
Cause for what? Like, I mean, like, I'm saying no because you wasting time, and it's like, unless your hair is jacked up, why do you need a deep conditioner? Do you take Robitussin every day, even though you're not sick? Again, deep conditioners are restorative. If you have damaged hair, then by all means knock yourself out. But if you have healthy hair, a deep conditioner is not for you.
If you live in a humid climate, would you recommend butter or oil to keep the water from the air out, preventing frizz?
So you want to dry out your hair. Because that's what you're doing. Humidity, frizz is the hair's way of moisturizing itself. So when you're adding oil and stuff to prevent frizz, you're drying out your hair. Humidity is a curly girl's best friend. What I would suggest you do is to stop using styles that don't work for your environment. That's what I would do. That's why when people say, "Oh, you should come to," what do they say? You should come to like Florida for what? And blow out hair for what? Why? Like, girl, I don't even know how they keep presses down there.
Right.
Like, that don't even make no sense. I don't even like it when in the summertime y'all want to get straightened because I'm like, it's 80% humidity outside, it's 90 degrees.
So let me get this completely straight. The peppermint oil and castor oil on the scalp is completely useless, or is it simply not as effective as eating healthy, having good blood flow?
The question is, what do you think it's doing? That's the question I want to ask. What do you think that peppermint oil and castor oil are doing for your hair?
Oh my God, I got into almost an argument on something.
Girl, they be ready to fight.
How can we identify truly moisturized hair?
Did you just shampoo and condition? Then your hair is moisturized.
What should we use for protection styles?
It depends. It depends on what kind of hair you have. It depends on your density and your texture and the condition of your hair. All protective styles aren't for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not a protective style if you can't shampoo it. It's a low maintenance style, but it's not protected by any means.
Is the ORS foam okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Foam is one of those products where it's really about what you like, you know? Like they're all so similar. It's like maybe I like the fragrance of this one, maybe this one I don't like because it's a little sticky. Maybe this one I like. So when it comes to stuff like that, that's why I always say wrap foam and not a particular wrap foam. Like I like Nairobi, but there's plenty of good ones out there. You don't have to use the one I use. But I'm just saying most wrap foams are great for natural styling. I can't think of one that I really don't like that I've tried. I just like Nairobi because it works on all textures. It's like, it gives me the same finish on all textures. I need consistency. That's what I look for in products.
Someone said, I'm not using the oil for the hair. I'm using it for the scalp. Still completely useless?
Yeah, using it to do what? Here's the thing. I had a manager this is how he taught us. I'm not asking to be condescending. I want you to think about what you're using it for. Because most of the time, y'all don't even know. Y'all will be like, oh, I thought I was supposed to. Like, I want to know what you're using it for. Because maybe my answer is different. If you tell me I'm using peppermint oil because I like the way it feels, that's completely different than I'm doing it for moisture. You know what I'm saying?
For hair growth.
Right.
Should we use gel or wrap foam for passion twists?
Underneath, you mean? Like,
I wouldn't use either. Like, wait, passion twist or two strand twist?
She said passion twist.
I've never seen, when y'all ask me braiding questions, I'm always gonna refer to what Stacy does, hands and hearts. I've never seen Stacy she puts foam on after. So like when I would get my hair braided by her, she would put the foam on after she braids to like smooth everything, make it nice and shiny, get the frizzies away. But I've never seen her put it on before she braids.
How do we take care of hair in protective styles, knotless braids?
You gotta shampoo and condition. That's pretty much it.
What order do you use the heat protectant and foam for twist outs?
If you're gonna blow out your hair, use the heat protectant, then twist your hair up, then put the foam on. Now, here's the thing. You can also put the foam on before you twist, but that's only like the suggestion I made earlier was about those who like their twist outs to look longer and you want to minimize shrinkage. That's why I said put it on after. Because if you put it on the section that you're twisting, it'll start to curl up on you. So, but if you don't care about shrinkage, then you can put it on section by section and twist your hair.
What ingredients should we be avoiding?
Castor oil, henna, coconut oil, rice water, what?
Monostat.
Fucking nasty shit. Anything that comes out of an animal's ass, don't put it on your hair. How about that? But I'm not an ingredient snob, because y'all be getting rid of ingredients that really help. So
You still want to do it with the blow dryer?
huh?
You still want to read the questions with the blow dryer?
No, because I can't hear it.
Okay. You want me to put the phone over there?
Okay.
Or you want me to hold it to show? Or what?
Yeah, got to.
It's not a problem.
I think you can zoom in though, like with that.
Pandemic, like,
Bitch, I need some ginkgo biloba. Something.
Huh?
I need some ginkgo biloba.
I'm done with this. Like 2020 didn't even exist.
Girl!
It's almost out.
So I don't even know what day it is. I'm for real. I don't know what's going on.
The next client said that she got a flat tire, so she's waiting for AAA.
What?
The next client got a flat tire, so she's waiting for AAA.
Alright, she's cool. Okay. It's cool, rolling. Is that rolling?
No, it came on the messages at the top on your app.
I think it's rolling as well too, I think. Okay, that's fine. I thought she was on Instagram. I'm like, oh, Toddler's good. How the baby?
Getting big. But they're good. Everyone's doing really, really well. And I got my two little babies, my two little kitties.
No. They're cats.
They're like alarm clocks every morning.
Girl. It was like, I got into it on Twitter with somebody, because I said something about, like, my cat being nastier than my dog. So many people got so offended. And I'm like, first of all, my cat is nastier than my dog. She literally shits in a box. And then covers that shit, and then walks on my bed. That's nasty. My dog doesn't do that.
Yeah.
My dog doesn't get cat hair everywhere and like throw up on my rug. Yeah. My cat is nastier than my dog.
Every night, because I wipe them down every night before they get in my bed.
Yeah.
It's like a fight every night.
I'm like, sometimes I'll get Nina and I'll be like, what were you under? It's like she's dusty. Like, it's like she crawled under something and like, what? Like, I will open up a drawer and there will be cat hair like on a shirt because she laid in the drawer. My dog doesn't do that. I literally have to have like towels on top of my clothes because somehow she can get underneath the dresser and get in the, I don't know how she does it. I've never seen her do it, but I see the cat hair on the shirt that I wanted to wear today. I have had cats my entire life. I've never had a cat this like But she just don't care.
She from the street.
She don't give a damn. Are we doing curls? Mm-hmm. Curls?
Yeah. I'm going there to stay for some time.
Want to let y'all know, Priya let me walk around here for 2 hours with one of these coming out. It was like hanging all the way down here. She just
It wasn't
nothing.
that long, but
It was that long. It was all the way down here. You didn't say nothing. You just let it like.
It wasn't that far off from the twist.
It's so rude. Like, yeah, I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let her rock. Come right here.
No, and I thought you were upset when you came in.
Because I know these get hot on me. What'd you say?
And then I thought you were upset when you came in.
Yeah, I was like, sheesh. Like, I don't know what's going on. I think because it's cold. I don't want it to be this cold.
Too. That's how I feel too.
Huh? Yes, for somebody with this much hair, she got a little,
yeah,
little big, tiny little head, man. It's like, girl, I mean, it's a little peanut. Like, I can wrap the towel, like, all the way around. Is that your type? It feels like it.
What temperature did you blow dry her hair on?
It's not a temperature, it's wattage. My dryer is 3,800. That's too hot for a civilian. Like, you guys should not have it more than, like 2,200 at home. Huh? Girl, you know I don't eat. I don't, like, I don't, once I have my coffee, I'm good for a little while. Yeah. Okay, this is what I used when I flat iron. Been using it for 20 years. You want to spray it. I don't spray section by section because that's too much product. And mainly because this is not a bulletproof vest, okay? This is meant to aid in flat styling. It is not like, if I use heat that's too hot for her, this is not going to help me. You have to use the heat that's for that person. Even though this says that this does not, that this protects up to 450 degrees,
All that means is that this product will not burn until after 450 degrees. It don't mean her hair won't burn.
Can you show it again, please?
Yeah. It doesn't mean her hair won't burn, right? It means that this product doesn't burn under 450 degrees. That don't mean I can use 450 on her. What size you want your part on her?
Are leave-in conditioners unnecessary?
Yes.
Are leave-in conditioners unnecessary?
Yes.
Are paddle brushes okay to use for fine hair if it's medium high density?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's almost like you'll know immediately if it's okay. Like, don't trust your instincts. Like, if you start using a paddle brush and you're like, ooh, trust your instinct. You know when something is pulling too hard or it's tangling too much. You know. Okay. But I do feel like they are they're not good for somebody with fine, thinner hair. But the thicker the hair is, the more suitable they are. Okay. Even on fine tresses or whatever.
So since leave-ins are unnecessary, what is necessary after shampoo and conditioner?
Styling product.
Someone asks, what do you think about microlinks?
I don't have much experience in them. So I can't really say, oh, they're great or they're... my experience with microlinks was when white girls was getting them and they'd leave them in for 6 months and then it like that's my like I don't have enough like experience with them on black hair to like give a qualified opinion.
Thoughts on aloe vera?
For what? It's a pretty plant. Great for burns.
What gel do you recommend for wash and goes?
I like Eco Styler. Some people don't. They prefer botanical. I don't care. I like Eco Styler.
Can I use a leave-in conditioner as... What, can I use a leave-in as a conditioner because I have too many of them?
No. They don't even do the same thing. A leave-in conditioner is not going to give you the slip of an actual conditioner.
Does Eco Styler have cancer-causing agents in it?
Sweetheart, I drink quarter waters. Okay? I drink
Red
Cisco.
dye number 40?
I'm like, I used to drink Cisco and Fuzzy and Boone's Farm. Something foreign is growing in this shit right now.
Red dye number 40?
I live in Jersey City. I live right near the Hudson River. I'm not worried about no cancer-causing properties in my gel. Like, I'm just not. That's not. Like, I've already signed up for the vaccine. I'm not like, that ain't me. That's not cancer, like, sweetheart. We live in America, sweetie. You gonna die of something.
What should we do with our extra leave-ins?
Donate them to a shelter?
Why do people buy so much leave-in?
Yeah, like, why? Like,
I guess they had them, and now she's saying that they're unnecessary, so they are trying to figure out what they should do with it now.
Did they just buy them?
Well, I guess if they just bought them, they could return it.
Just return it.
So they're all asking about what they should do with the leave-in conditioners. Is it okay if the gel has oil in it?
Yeah, because it's probably like a minuscule, negligible amount. It's probably like the last thing on the list. That oil is not going to do nothing. They just put it in there so they can sell it to y'all. Here's the thing, y'all. A lot of these ingredients that's in products, it's only there because y'all will buy it. It's not there because it's effective. Y'all wanted coconut oil, they put coconut oil in the gel. Y'all wanted castor oil, they put castor oil in the gel. It's just marketing. It doesn't do anything for the product.
So is that the same thing with shampoo with apple cider vinegar or with shea in it?
Okay. Exactly. Why would a shampoo need apple cider vinegar? I'm telling y'all, you have to understand something. These product companies go online, they look at y'all message boards, they see what y'all saying. If y'all start saying that, oh, raccoon feces really, really works, they will literally start putting raccoon feces in products, in hair products. I have already seen 2 shampoos with rice water in it.
What Olaplex products are needed, recommended?
I mean, it just depends. Like, I like the shampoo and conditioner. The bonding oil is good for a finisher. I'm not a fan of the smoother, though, because I feel like it makes the hair cloudy. I don't like it. I feel like it makes it kind of filmy, so I don't really care for that. But, you know, it just depends on what you want to use it for.
Does Olaplex work the same as Affinity two-step?
No, they're not the same at all. One is a protein treatment and one is a molecular treatment. They don't, Olaplex is not a protein treatment. It's a bond reformer.
Do you recommend an Olaplex treatment for someone who has heat damage from a couple of months ago?
I mean, yeah, but it's not gonna reverse anything. It'll keep your hair from breaking. It'll keep your hair from breaking. Like I had, when I had that trouble with that iron a couple of weeks ago, like I had the clients come back and do some Olaplex treatment so that their hair wouldn't break. But it's not gonna it's not gonna reverse, you know, straight hair to curly hair. That's not really what it does.
Okay. So wash, condition, then wrap foam for twist if
Yes.
I'm air drying?
Yeah, that's fine. I would definitely recommend heat drying though. It'll just give you a longer lasting set.
Do you like Mielle products?
I've never used them.
Do you do locks?
I used to. I think the only reason I don't do them now is because I'm expensive. Like I'm not, it's like my locks are by the hour, so it's not. I just didn't have them on my menu. But I used to color them. I used to do all that.
Do I need to use a clarifying shampoo? I don't use oils or butters when blow drying my hair and doing cornrows, or is a regular hydrating shampoo enough?
I'm going to tell you, anytime you're using heat, I recommend a clarifying shampoo.
If my shampoo has silicones, do I need to start using a clarifying shampoo?
No.
Okay. And then she said bonding oil, but no oils.
Bonding oil is the name of the product. It's not an oil. Just like Moroccan oil is not an oil. Just like Sebastian Dark oil is not an oil. That's the name of the product. That's not what it is.
Should we take breaks in between box braids, and for how long?
I would. Especially if you're the type to not shampoo your braids.
Can I use a leave-in when I have a protective style in? I use it in place of a conditioner. I have fine hair and I wash my hair every week with braids.
I would use a spray leave-in conditioner, not a cream. Something that's like liquidy, not milky.
Any thoughts on a Veda B curly line?
Nope, not a one.
What temperature would you recommend for flat iron and thick fine hair?
What would I recommend?
What temperature when you're flat iron thick fine hair?
Thick is not really, thick doesn't come into it. You gotta make your section smaller. So with fine hair, it can be anywhere from like 300 to 375. It depends also on the condition of the hair. If the hair is bleached, turn it down. If the hair is relaxed, turn the iron down. If the hair is damaged, you probably shouldn't be flat ironing it anyway. But that's how I make my decision.
Can heat damaged strands revert?
No.
What do we put in our hair if we aren't trying to have a style with holes? So just put a bun in it. What?
But you still styling it though, right? I would use, like, if you're not gonna use gel, a wrap foam is suitable for that too, because it does give you a soft hold. So like if you want to take your bun down later, you can without problem. That's still styling. You're still styling your hair.
If I just got bleach and highlights, how should I take care and protect my hair?
Damn, your stylist didn't tell you? And I'm not being funny. I'm really not being funny. But I've had a lot of new clients that they've gotten color done, and they were not suggested any aftercare, and that is a big no-no. Yeah. Before I even color hair, I talk about aftercare, because a lot of people, when they find out how much aftercare is involved, they won't get the color. Aftercare is really important. You should definitely have a color protection shampoo and conditioner, something to keep your hair from getting, like, whether it's brassy or violet or whatever. Like, depending on like how highlighted your hair is, like if you got like 50% highlights, then I would probably recommend something like Redken Anti-Snap as a leave-in treatment. And here's the thing, a leave-in treatment and a leave-in conditioner are not the same thing. A leave-in treatment is for a very specific hair issue, whether it's bleached hair, transitioning hair, relaxed hair, color treated hair. It's for a very specific thing. It's not just some general throw it all in.
How often do you recommend a trim for someone who is a full natural, barely using heat?
I already answered that. She's gonna have to watch again. Or somebody else can tell her, they know.
Can I use Olaplex number 3 for breakage?
For breakage or to prevent breakage? Like if your hair is already breaking, it might, like, here's the difference between Olaplex and protein treatments. If a protein treatment is a cast on a broken leg, Olaplex will be the human growth hormone the geneticist gives you to strengthen the bone from the inside. That's the difference, okay? Protein treatments are structural. They deal with the structure, the physical structure of the hair. Olaplex deals with the genetics of the hair, the DNA of the hair.
So Moroccan oil is not an oil. Would you recommend using that product?
No, I don't like it. Like, to me, it's like there's other ones, there's other better. Like I don't use Moroccan oil. I never have. It's not my favorite. Like, out of the two, like, I like Sebastian Dark Oil as a finisher for coarse hair, but I don't like it for fine hair. It's too heavy.
How can you tell if your hair is damaged? Like, how can you tell the difference between breakage and shedding?
Shedding is when your hair is falling out onto the floor and it has roots attached. Breakage is you'll see short pieces everywhere. So shedding comes from like illness, medication, birth control. When people go on like one of those fasting diets where their caloric intake drops really quickly over a short period of time. You could, like, when Atkins first started popping off like 20 years ago, I saw so much shedding. Mm-hmm. It was like anytime you have a significant drop in caloric intake, you run the risk of losing hair. That's why I don't recommend like extreme cleanses.
What can we use Eco Styler gel for?
Wash and goes, ponytails, finger coils, edges.
When do you and why would you incorporate oil on natural curly hair?
I never would.
Someone asks, how can they tip you?
Oh, cashapp, $, JenniferRoseNYC. Yes, please. And you can pin that if you'd like,
Priya.
Okay.
I usually forget to do that. Please, by all means, tip your hairstylist if you're learning something. And feel free to share this. You can share it to other people. Tag other people if they have like a question or whatever. Just try, you guys. And I'm it's not that I'm an asshole. Well, I am an asshole. But when I say, it's just I don't want to keep repeating the same questions, especially if you guys know what the answer is. Like, because I know a lot of people that normally follow me do. Feel free to post it. Like, I don't. If you know, if somebody asks about henna and you know how I feel about henna, go ahead and post it. If you know that I like red canal soft, go ahead and post it. It's not that I don't want to answer your specific question. It's just that I might have answered it already in this video, and I don't want to get tired of it. That's all.
I don't know how to pin it. You said Jennifer Rose NYC, right?
Yeah, and then you just gotta hold the comment down, and then it'll come up. You gotta like hold it. It takes me forever to do it every time I do it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Do you have a PayPal or in Venmo?
Oh, ooh. Okay. PayPal is jenniferrosenyc@gmail. And Venmo is Jennifer-Rose-NYC.
How do you feel about henna?
Y'all, okay, so y'all want to fight, huh? Y'all trying to... that must be somebody that knows me. Because some of my people be trolling me. They be like, oh, how do you... Like, they get in there and be like, how you feel about coconut oil? Like, they be trying to be funny.
Let's see. How do you fix damaged hair? Just washing and shampooing more often?
Damaged hair?
Yeah.
No, you might have to cut that off, sweetie.
What do you do for breakage? Does it need to be cut?
Well, breakage how? Like, when a client comes to me and they have breakage, what I'm going to try to do, we're going to first try to identify the source of the breakage. Is it ponytails? Is it braids? Is it finger detangling? Is it, we try to identify the source, first of all. And usually I can tell what the source is based on the breakage pattern. If somebody comes in, like, V is good. V has been my client for years, so she kind of knows. If you notice, her hair is all the same length. She doesn't have what we call a ponytail mullet, where it's longer in the back and then the sides are short. Because what happens is when you guys pull your hair back in a ponytail all the time, that ponytail hits right there, and that hair starts to break. It gets weak and it breaks. And so when you comb the hair down, the hair in the front is shorter. So that's why we say we can tell how you wear your hair. If I have an up-down V or a where it's shorter here, it's usually because the person is doing a top knot. They do a puff all the time. If I see a lot of breakage here that is like very distinct, like if I see like a whole bunch of 1-inch partings that are breaking, then I know that person got box braids and the hair was too coarse for their hair. Because it's like perfect little 1-inch squares of breakage. If I see like breakage and it's different lengths, then I know that person finger detangles because they're not getting all the tangles out. So when they do start to comb their hair, that hair breaks. Now, if you notice, she's got little short pieces, but these pieces are all pointy. That's all new hair. So sometimes you guys will be like, oh, look at all these flyaways. I got all this breakage. And if it's pointy, that's just new hair pushing up out of the follicle. It's not breakage. Like, I used to have a client that literally would cut that hair off because she thought it was breakage. And I'm like, sweetheart, that's new hair. Okay? So what happens is your hair grows for a certain period of time. It rests. And then it sheds. And then immediately a new hair pokes up out of its place. So anytime you're seeing like all these little hairs and they're pointy, that's just new hair. It's new, fresh hair. So don't get, don't get nervous about that your hair is breaking. A lot of you guys, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of you guys come in as new clients and y'all swear your hair is damaged, and it's perfectly healthy. Y'all just need a trim. Like, I've had at least 4 or 5 new clients over the past 2 weeks. Every single one of them thought they had super damaged hair, and they don't. Their hair is perfectly healthy from root to tip. They just need a trim. Because when you're touching your hair, you're touching the ends. So you're thinking, oh, you know, this feeling that I get from here is all over. Well, no, you're touching that, but you're not looking at how healthy everything else is. It's your ends that need a trim. It's not your hair. Your hair is fine. Take that back.
What is your recommendation for someone with hair loss caused by a hormonal condition?
One, you definitely want to get that hormonal condition under control. So something like birth control, once your hormones stabilize, your hair usually comes back. Whether it's postpartum shedding, whether it's medication changes, HRT, estrogen, testosterone, like once your hormones stabilize, that hair usually comes back. I rarely see hair loss from hormones be permanent. But again, I would check out an endocrinologist to see what they suggest. But I'll tell you, I send a lot of my clients, if I notice dramatic shedding like over the course of a month, or I'm like, your hair don't normally shed like this when we wash it, I'll send them right to an endocrinologist. It could be, especially for black women, it was something I dealt with. Even right now, I think I'm dealing with it just because we not outside, and I haven't traveled like I normally do. When I was in Seattle, I always had a vitamin D deficiency. Every black chick that I know in Seattle, we used to tan. Because the little bit of sun that we would get, our melanin absorbs it, and we're not getting the benefits of the vitamin D that we should, because ain't no sun there. So we all used to tan or have sun lamps or whatever. I was looking for a tanning salon in Jersey, and I can't find one. It's like they're all spray tans. Because I'm literally 3 shades lighter than my normal winter foundation. I am white. My legs look like, ooh, girl. I was like, no, I need some brown. I need to be brown. I need some deepness. I can't, walk around here looking sick. Can't do it.
I don't blow dry, I just flat twist my hair. What products should I use after washing out conditioner? My hair is very coarse. I wear a hijab and I'm an ICU nurse.
Rack foam. Rack foam. Do you wear an undercap? And is it cotton?
How do I properly detangle?
Watch my videos. I have some videos on YouTube. They're old, but they're still relevant. How I detangle and stuff. Detangle always starts with a shampoo. Always.
Before the haircut appointment where someone plans to get a lot of damaged ends cut off, what do you suggest for the meanwhile? I'll keep washing it, but is certain styling is better damage control?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. When there's something to be said for you knowing that you need to be careful. When you know that your hair is sensitive, you guys do better. Right? So, like, I know I bark at y'all all the time about shampooing and conditioning once a week. But even if you skip a couple of days, you skip a shampoo, you're still better off knowing that you should have shampooed. I know it psychosomatic or not, but the fact that you know your hair is damaged and that you know that you need to take better care of it, you're gonna take better care of it. You're gonna cover it at night. You're gonna be gentler. You're gonna be more careful. So it's more about also, I know this sounds crazy, but intent is important. Intent is very important. Like, I feel like even though my clients had, we were shut down for so long and clients had to go like extra months without their trims, their hair was still in really good condition because they knew what they were doing. So you know what you're doing and implementing those changes even before you get your trim will be helpful. Like, you don't have to wait until you see your stylist to implement changes that are going to benefit you.
Healthy habits.
Yeah, healthy habits.
What's your YouTube channel?
jenniferrosenyc. Oh, but it's on, the videos are on Taryn's YouTube channel. So if you go to my, this is a lot. If you go to my Twitter and go to the pinned tweet, that's the videos. But it's on Offset's channel. If you go to YouTube and put Natural Hair Series 101, it'll come up.
Do you think keratin conditioners, not treatment, have enough to do what Afro-G does?
No, they're different. Keratin is a little bit different. Keratin would be more, if protein is a cast, keratin would be like a support. Like, you know, one of them fabric knee supports or ankle supports. It's a little different. I feel like keratin would be more wearable in terms of there's less room for error with a keratin conditioner. There's less room for you to damage your hair than with Afro-G. Y'all should not be using Afro-G at home. Afro-G is hardcore. Like, the 2-minute reconstructor, that's different, but the one where you gotta sit under it and it hardens, that is hardcore. That shouldn't be available to y'all.
I have relaxed and colored hair. I work out 4 or 5 times a week. Should I wash my hair more than once a week?
How do you style it? Do you style it with a roller set, or do you style it with heat or with a flat iron? If you style it with a roller set, I say knock yourself out. But that's a lot of heat on relaxed and color treated hair, relaxed and bleached hair. That's a lot of heat.
My hair has splits throughout the hair, not just the ends, and I have short hair. What can I do?
It has what?
A lot of splits.
How often do you get a trim? I find that people with TWAs, y'all never get your trims on time. Like, y'all will go 6 months without a trim. You still need to stay on schedule even if you got short hair. Because your hair still splits.
Could my wash and go be frizzy and undefined because my gel has oil in it?
Yeah, I doubt it. Like, are you putting your gel in soaking wet, or are you putting your gel in on towel dried hair? Because usually when it comes to like frizz, to me, if the gel is not holding properly, either you put it in on drier hair, or you were messing with it while it was wet.
Can you get breakage from not putting your hair up at night? How does putting the hair up at night help?
It protects it from friction, which can cause breakage. So it's like when you cover your hair at night, you're minimizing the chance for breakage due to friction.
Can certain brushes and combs cause breakage? Which ones are the best to avoid?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It has more to do with the quality of the brush. Like, cheap combs are the worst. Like, they can scratch the scalp, and if they're cheap, they can have like snags in them. Brushes can have snags in them. The brushes can be too hard. It's really about quality more than like the type of comb or brush. So like, I've come across rat tail combs where they were so sharp that they literally can scratch your skin. So one thing that I do, especially if I'm trying out a new comb, like say I go to a show and I want to try out a new comb, I'll take the comb and rub it on the inside of my forearm. I have very sensitive skin. If it scratches, like hurts, then it's gonna scratch the client. I do the same with brushes. So if I do like this and it hurts, it's not gonna be good for your scalp.
Okay. So the relaxed girl that works out 4 or 5 times a week that asks how often should she shampoo, she says that she blow dries her hair only and she flat irons if she's going out.
The fact that you're shampooing and conditioning is good,
And conditioner, the definition of conditioner is that it prepares the hair for styling. But heat more than once or twice a week is a lot. That's a lot. I don't want to tell you not to do it. I just want to tell you to be careful. Especially depending on the texture of your hair, you need to be careful.
How do I soften or repair my edges when doing natural twist outs?
Soften and repair. Do you use edge control? Uncross it. Can you show them? When was your last trim? Can you show them? Come and show them her edges. December. So she got her trim in December. That's all we're taking off. That's it.
Girl.
Do you recommend any good curly hairstylists in London?
In London, I know that there is a really popular salon. I think it's called Curl Bar. I've seen a lot of good reviews about it. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. Like, there are certain people that I know on, like, from social media that I know they know what they're doing just by what they're talking about. But like, when you guys ask me for referrals, I'll be like, oh, like. I can I'm just saying Curl Bar because I've seen a lot of people express that, you know, they went there and they had a good, I think I follow her on Instagram. But
Curl Bar?
I'm going to try, because I know I follow 2 salons in London because I almost worked at one when I was there a few years ago. When I went to study at Vidal Sassoon. It's gonna come to me. I think it's in Brixton too. It'll, but I know I follow a natural hair salon in London. But I know Curl Bar is pretty popular, but it'll come to me.
What kind of brush is recommended for a slick back?
I used to use a boar bristle brush, but you know, I'm Muslim, so that's pig, so I don't use it anymore. I actually use here it is. It's from Netter Gold. I order them. It's sisal. It's so much softer than, you know how you have the barber brushes that have the hard and then the soft? Never use that hard. That's really hard. This one is sisal, and it's really like, as soon as you wet it, it gets so nice and soft. So I use this one. However, I do not use this on the top of my head. My hair is like really fine. So I don't need something like, I'll freaking brush my hair right off my head if I were to like do the top. So I try to, you know, use a comb first, and then maybe I'll use this on the sides, but I don't use this on the top of my head because I'll fuck around and like brush my hair out. And not because the brush is hard, but because I'm already thin up there.
So as someone with tight hair, should I be blow drying, flat twist, or cornrow on damp hair? Is that correct?
No, it's preference. It's preference. If you have tight hair, I just make that suggestion because some people, they like a twist out, but they don't like how much it shrinks. So you can do either or. It's up to you. It's like, it's not like bad if you don't do it. It's really about preference.
TWA hair. I big chopped at a barber 4 months ago, and I haven't gotten a trim. Do I just go to the barber?
Yeah. Because what they'll do is barbers know how to blow you out and just trim. You know, the guards go up to a number 6, which should leave you about an inch. But most barbers know how to blow you out and cut freehand. Even I cut freehand with a clipper. So you don't necessarily have to go to a stylist. You can go to a barber. I went to a barber for years.
How often should fine hair with blonde highlights trim?
6 weeks. Wait, do you heat style or you wear it natural? Now here you go. Yeah.
Thoughts on banding or African threading?
No thoughts. For me, it's a lot of work. I'm not doing all that. But it's perfectly safe. I'm just not doing all that.
What was the name of the brush that you mentioned?
It's by Netter Gold. It's it's a black owned company. You can go in my I don't know how to search that, where you can search who people follow, but it's NTRGOLD. But I get my brushes from him because they're not pig based. They're not boar bristle.
Where do you have your wash and go video posted?
I don't think do I have a wash and go video posted? Or is it like I think it's a zhuzhing video. I don't know if I have a styling video on there. I don't know. I got so many that I need to upload. But it's like, I feel like I should watch them first before I upload them. Because I don't know what I'd be talking about on there.
You got to edit it.
I'm not editing jack. I'm just going to decide.
Oh, if you're going to post it or not.
Because I'm already putting on there, like, look, there's cursing in this. This might not be, I know it's not suitable for your kid to watch. I already got that on there. Like, I'm not editing nothing. I'm not doing all that. I'm going to post them videos and be like, look, this is what we were talking about on this particular day. Like, I don't know your layers grew out.
I saw you say wrap foam was necessary for twist outs on Twitter. Is that a mousse? Product recommendations?
No. Mousse and wrap foam are not the same thing. Mousse works differently. They're not the same thing at all. Mousse works by it disrupts the hair cuticle to make the hair repel from each other, and wrap foam smooths the cuticle. So they're different. They're very different. So wrap foam wrap foam is for shine and hold and definition, and mousse is for volume. Oh. So it's almost like they're different. Wrap foam you usually have to pump, and mousse is aerosol. Okay.
Not that I use either, but
yeah.
So how often should blonde highlights that wear her hair natural get trims?
Oh, natural? I would say 8 weeks.
Okay.
It depends on the texture too. She said she had fine hair?
Yes.
Then I would say 8 weeks.
Do you have a place that you suggest protective styles for fine hair, since braids might break the hair?
I mean, I use boho locks. So, it's a little pricier, and I take them out soon because, one, my hair grows pretty fast, but also because I wash them so much, they get loose very quickly. But I like that they're reusable. That's the only thing I've been able to really use. I used to wear wigs a lot. I don't wear them anymore though. But, I would have my hair braided underneath, wash my braids once a week, wash the wig once a week. That was pretty cool. But they were not glue. They were just lace fronts. I don't even know if they were I don't even know if you call them lace fronts. Like, they were like, they had a closure on them or whatever. But I never used glue.
Would you do an online consultation for people in the UK?
Yeah, I do. If you can't book because of the credit card and the phone number, I do it via cashapp, or we can do it via email. Cause I know I did one with a girl from Australia, and we just did it via WhatsApp.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like, the thing is, it's like if you're in a different country, the credit card stuff doesn't work. But as long as you can send me some money some kind of way, you can send that pit by a carrier pigeon and I'll do it. I'm dead ass.
I ain't mad.
Like, send me an Amazon gift card, girl, I'll do it.
What is the name of the style that you currently have?
This is Boho Locks. I think it's the Majesty Twist in Lit, I think. But I also have the really long ones and I have the shorter ones. So I have two different
You're giving me like 80
sizes. Huh?
You're giving me like 85. The gold and the earrings.
Oh, yes. And the jewelry, the necklaces. So, I live in Toronto. We've been in total lockdown. Our salons have been closed for a few months now. So, what would you recommend to maintain hair until the salons reopen?
Definitely just shampooing and conditioning. Just try to minimize your heat styling if that's what you're doing. It's simple, you guys. I'm telling you. Like, I'm always going to tell you to do less than you're doing. Always. The secret is not more product. It's always going to be less. My answer is always going to be do less.
How does this client style her hair normally?
Usually wash and goes, or because it's been cold, I just wash. I like put some corn roll in it and then let it dry and then wear it tuck and roll. Not complicated at all.
95%, not even 95, 99% of my clients wear their hair curly all the time. Mm-hmm. They only get it straightened when it's time for their haircut. So I only see them when it's time for their haircut. That's why I tell people this isn't a styling salon, it's a hair care salon. This is not the type of salon where people come in and get their hair done every week for a party, or they get their, like, most of my clients wear their hair natural. The only time they get it straightened is when, you know, I'm doing it. And then in the summer, we don't. A lot of times we don't straighten. We shampoo, condition, blow dry, trim, and go back to a wash and go or like a flat twist. Mm-hmm. That's why I know that's what y'all see mostly on my page, but
that's what it is.
That's not how my clients wear their hair. So that's why when people say, oh, but can you do curly hair? I'm like, yeah. Like, but my clients can do that at home. I'm doing stuff that they can't do.
Should kinky hair be cut straight or in a natural state?
It depends. If your goal is length preservation, blow it out. It doesn't have to be straight like this. But if what you want is a very specific shape while it's curly, then you should cut it curly. But it's just most of my clients are here for length preservation. That's why we blow the hair out. It's not because I can't cut curly. It's because that's their goal. Their goal is length preservation.
Why do you cut hair straight and they wear hair curly?
I just answered that.
So the straightened style only lasts for a week since she washes it?
Yep.
It is work to maintain.
And also, yeah, it's even for me, straight hair is a botheration. I hate like having to wrap my hair. And plus I sweat in my head, so. But also, here's the thing that you guys, a lot of people don't understand about cutting straight hair for curly. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Hair cutting is geometry. I know what her hair is going to do when I cut it like this. I know what I'm doing. So when somebody's like, oh, well, what's it going to look like curly? It's going to look good. The fuck? Like, there are people that don't know what they're doing when it comes to cutting curly hair. I'm not one of those people. I know, like, I have clients that they only wear their hair curly and they like to have their bang. They like it to look very, like, cover their face. I know how to make that shape on straight hair.
Do you need to emulsify wrap foam when applying?
No.
Yeah,
no.
just put it in.
Mainly because the reason you don't have to emulsify wrap foam is because as you're pumping it out, that's what that is doing. Mm-hmm. So you can see it in the bottle where it's just liquid, and as you pump it, it's aerated. It's already being emulsified as you pump it. So you don't have to like, as a matter of fact, you get better results if you pump it directly onto the section that you're doing.
Do Bantu knots count as a protective style? My hair is bleach blonde, and when I detangle before washing my hair, it sheds less at the Bantu knots than it does after a wash and go.
If it works for you, then yes. Because I was about to say, do you do Bantu knots wet? Because you don't want to pull bleached hair into a tight style when it's wet, because it's like relaxed hair. Bleached hair is at its weakest when it's wet. But if it works for you and you don't experience breakage or tightness, then I'm not going to tell you that.
How can fine hair reduce frizz when blown out? It is basically impossible.
Okay. Here's how. One, after we curl her, I'm going to pin her up, and she's going to stay like that for, 24 hours? Or she's going to stay like that. If it were up to me, I would have clients come in, get blow dried, and then come back the next day and get blown out and get flat ironed. When you're at home, you'll get a much better result if you blow dry at night and then flat iron in the morning, because your hair will already start to swell. And so it's literally pulling moisture from the air to do that. The next morning, when you flat iron over top of that, your hair is already nice and moisturized. It's not going to want to frizz again. So you're going to get a much better, long-lasting silk wrap or silk press or curl that way than if you shampoo and condition and blow dry and flat iron all at the same time. So like when I'm at home and I'm going to do my own hair, that's how I do it, because I have very fine, I sneeze and my hair goes back. So when you're dealing with fine hair, you just have to like learn little tricks and stuff to give you more longevity.
What are your thoughts on Texlax hair?
You mean relaxed hair?
I've had breakage to the point of balding or seeing the scalp. I don't have vitamin deficiency, so do you think it's just breathe from local of trimming?
No. If you're seeing something with your scalp, that's shedding. That's internal. Yeah, that's like, oh, okay, go ahead. That's not the same thing.
Does fine and medium hair frizz more than coarse hair?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I don't like it when people act like coarse is a bad word, because honestly, if I could pick the type of hair that I would have, it would be coarse kinky hair, because it does whatever you tell it to do. It stays, when you press it, it stays pressed. When you curl it, it stays curled. When you twist it out, it stays twisted out. If you like, you can literally tell the difference between a Bantu knot, twist out, braid out, like flat twist. Their hair literally, like, it will do anything, whereas curly hair only wants to be curly. You can set curly hair in all these different ways. It's all gonna look the same. It's all gonna look the same. Somebody with coarse hair, if I shave my head the same day as somebody with coarse hair, and we have the exact same growth rate, her hair will get longer faster, because for every cut that she has, I've had to have 2 or 3. Her hair will stand up better to styling. It'll stand up better to damage. It'll stand up better to, like, you know, braids, all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah. Trust me, everybody is always like, you know, they say, oh, soft hair, soft hair. Nah, girl. Coarse hair is the hair to have. When you see a big old fro, or it's like when you guys are looking at my clients and they have super long hair, most of them have coarse hair. All that waist long hair, that's coarse hair.
Wait, so Rolene just wrote and she said that she is 30 minutes away. Can she still come?
Who, Rolene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just, you want me to exit out and write her, or?
No, I don't exit out. It'll, I'll email her. Let me email her real quick.
Okay. So is there any part of the wash and condition style process you would do differently for relaxed hair to preserve length if it's weak when wet?
Yes, absolutely. I'll show you 1 second. Yes. Blow dry and relaxed hair. Okay, so Priya has relaxed hair, and when I do Priya's hair, okay, so let's say her hair is wet, right? I don't want to go in and start blow drying because I'm gonna stretch her hair and that can cause breakage. So what I usually do for relaxed hair, if it's thick, I'll section it like I normally do. But when it comes to each section, what I do is I literally will dry it. I mean dry it, like just like this. No brush, no nothing. I don't use the brush until all of that water is gone, and then I smooth. I want that relaxed hair dry before I start pulling on it. Because if you're pulling on it when it's wet, you're gonna stretch it and you're gonna cause breakage. So that also helps with regards to if like your roots have started to grow out and you've got a texture demarcation. It's a lot healthier for the hair if I like get the relaxed hair dry before I start pulling on the roots. Okay, because you don't want to start pulling on relaxed hair while it's wet, and that's how I do for all relaxed hair.
I believe I used too high of heat on my hair after not straightening it for a while, and now my bangs won't curl up as much as they used to. Any advice to help this?
No. I mean, try not to pull it back so much. I don't know what to tell you. It's like with heat damage, I mean, there are things you can do to camouflage it or mitigate it. But if it's like real bad, there's not really a lot you can do to change it. You know what I mean? It's not like you gotta cut it off or anything, but like when people say, oh, I did a protein treatment and then my curls came back, they didn't have heat damage. Something else was going on with their hair. I see that a lot. People are like, oh, well, I used Alpha-G and my curls came back. No, that wasn't, like, it don't work like that. Like, hair doesn't work like that. Tighter bed. Curls. Yeah, I don't care.
What's the highest degree you would flat iron hair?
450, but I have maybe two clients that need that or that can even handle that. That's a very small portion of the population.
How do you combat dry scalp right after shampoo and conditioning?
Well, I would want to know how often you shampoo and condition. Because, like, let's say that you're just starting to shampoo and condition often, like you just started doing it week to week. It's gonna take a minute for your scalp to catch up. So just keep going at it, and pretty soon your scalp will level out. But most of the time, when I see people that have scalp issues right after they shampoo, it's because they use oil on their scalp or they use oily products, or they don't shampoo enough.
Can heat damage prevent growth overall? Does Olaplex help with it at all?
No, nothing you do to your hair aside from like damaging the scalp can prevent growth. If I end up in a coma today, my hair is going to continue to grow. Breakage just breaks the hair off, but it doesn't affect how your hair grows into your head. Chemical damage or like burns and stuff can absolutely affect how your hair grows into your head, but not breakage. That's why it's like I don't let y'all say that trimming your hair makes your hair grow faster. That's a physical impossibility. That don't even make sense. Nothing I do to your hair can make your hair grow faster. Growth rate is determined by your metabolic output, not by what I do to the hair.
How often should I use a clarifying shampoo when wearing a natural style?
As often as needed.
Do you recommend Olaplex number 3 for someone who does not heat style or isn't colored? If so, how often?
I mean, here's the thing. Like Olaplex is fine, and it's fine on healthy hair, but I just don't. It's like one of those things where it's not harmful. Like it's not like protein where you can use it too much. You can use it every time you shampoo if you want to. I just don't. Yeah, I just don't see why. Like.
Would you blow dry bleach hair the same way you would blow dry relaxed hair?
Yes. And I do. I do.
I know deep conditioner is a repair and preventative measure, so should it be used when heat styling? Any recommendations?
No. Do not use it when heat styling. Because protein conditioners make the hair too hard, so they don't want to straighten, so you end up using more heat and you can damage it. Moisturizing deep conditioners, they fill the hair with too much moisture so that after you blow dry, your hair swells. It makes, so no, that's why I don't like when people say, you know, I'll get an email or something that says, oh, hey, what should I do beforehand? Don't do nothing. Don't pre-poo. Don't do nothing before you come in here because you're going to make my job harder. Again, if I'm about to do something that's going to jack you up, there's not a conditioner available that's going to help you.
Why would color hair not grow? And it's been years.
That's not accurate. It has nothing to do with colored hair. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding the question. What is it, when you say not growing, what do you mean?
I just assume it's the same length as it was years ago when she first got it.
I doubt that, because here's the thing. Even if you have, for some medical reason, your hair stops growing, then that hair got to fall out.
Yeah.
Because after it rests, it falls out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that it's not growing. She might not be seeing length retention, but her hair is growing.
What temperature is the iron on?
Why? It's not gonna matter, because like what I put it on is not gonna be what you should put it on. But right now it's on 370. But that's why I don't like discussing temperature, because that don't mean that just because you looking at her hair, it's like, oh, we got the same. You can't tell texture from a video or like a picture. And not only that, but like, let's say for instance, she would have asked me and say, oh, what temperature is that? I would tell her 350, because I don't want her using 370 at home. She don't know what she's doing. Mm-hmm. So, like, if somebody asks me what I'm using on them, or they ask me, I'll tell them what I'm using, but I tell them at home, use something lower.
So she said scalp damage. How do we repair that? Maybe from heat styling and excessive dyeing.
How do you have heat damage on your scalp? You got burned? Somebody burned you with a pressing comb or something?
Why would someone get a protein treatment, and what does it do?
Protein treatment helps to restore the structure of the hair. So it shores up the foundation of the hair. So it makes weak hair strong, but it makes healthy hair hard, and it'll damage it. It's only for weak hair. And so somebody like that's transitioning that wants to strengthen the line of demarcation can get a protein treatment. Somebody whose relaxed hair is over-processed can get a protein treatment. I wouldn't even recommend protein for bleached hair, because protein pushes color molecules out of the hair. So I'd recommend something lightweight protein but like I would never put Apogee on bleached hair.
Is Care conditioner okay?
I don't like it. The only Care conditioner I like is 5-in-1. Like their relaxer conditioners are bomb, but the Humecto, I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. I love their hydrating detangling shampoo, which to me conditions better than the Humecto. For some reason I don't like the way it feels. But some people love it. I don't like the way it feels. So I'm not gonna say it's a bad conditioner. I'm gonna say I don't like the way it feels. I like smooth. I like shit to be smooth.
How do you feel about Aussie Moist Conditioner?
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. It's my favorite drugstore conditioner. I love it on curly hair. It gives me such a great curl. Like, I don't have to do a lot. Like, again, you guys, I'm not a product snob. There's professional products I hate and drugstore products I love.
How do we know when a product has too much oil?
If it's like the first or second ingredient, it's too much. If it's like the last ingredient, you should be good. I'm gonna cut a little bit more off that because it's kind of top heavy, but I'm gonna leave it. Pretty. Love it. Love it.
What's your favorite drugstore shampoo?
Anything that's cheap. My favorite? Pantene. And not the Pantene natural, not the one for the black girls with the gold bottle.
The original one.
They love to put some shit in for some
And
black
brown and
girls with a
gold.
gold bottle, bitch. They will put something, it be the same product and they put in the gold bottle, like, here, this for y'all niggas, like. But no, I like,
The original Pantene.
yeah, I use the original, like the moisture one. Yeah.
Which Redken All Soft shampoo and conditioner do you recommend? The regular one or the All Soft Mega?
Put it like this. All Soft Mega on hair like ours, fine hair, too rich. It's okay if you're wearing your hair curly, but if you're blowing your hair out, it's gonna be too heavy. It's gonna be greasy. For coarse hair, it's great. But like for most of us have fine hair. So I would go for just a regular All Soft. It's not gonna hurt you, but it is gonna weigh your hair down. It's just really rich. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just rich. So if you have, I think I'm gonna use my pen, because you gotta go through some of those. Because some of those are like, I'm looking at them like, Yeah, no, V is the one that came in with that bag.
That you said was more than the ones you buy?
V came in with 5. She was like, I brought my pen. And she pulled out this big old bag. I was like, ooh, girl. Had all them pens. I was like,
What does dandruff look like on black folks' hair? I'm not sure if it's product buildup or something else.
Nah, dandruff looks like, it's the same. Dandruff is not dry scalp. So those little silvery flakes that you see that kind of like, it just flutters down, that's not dandruff. Dandruff is sticky, it's scaly, it's big. It's caused by a fungus. It's not the same. So when you scratch and you see a little, that's not dandruff. Dandruff literally looks like, it's big. First of all, it's very large. Like the flakes are large and oily and it smells. Dandruff is a medical condition. That's why I always tell y'all, dry scalp is not dandruff. So it's like, and here's the thing, when y'all see flakes 3-4 days after you shampoo, that's not dry scalp. That's just a dirty hair. That's like dirty. That's not, some people can go a full week without seeing flakes. But that doesn't mean that you have a scalp condition. You know what I mean? It's a nuisance to see the flakes, but that doesn't mean that your scalp is damaged or that you have like a problem. You know what I mean? I want y'all to stop thinking of your scalp and hair as problematic or some problem that needs to be fixed. All that is natural. Like some people say, oh, my scalp starts to itch 3 days. Sweetie, that's normal. Your hair's getting dirty. That it doesn't mean that we have normal human scalps and hair. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all's hair. That's why I get so frustrated, because I don't want y'all thinking that something is wrong with your hair. It's not. It's like 4C hair isn't dry. It's not problematic. It's not, all them things that the people tell y'all so that y'all go out and buy more product. I want y'all to like your hair as much as I like y'all hair.
I never colored my hair before, but I want to try a copper color. I'm naturally dark brown and wear my hair in a twist out. Any tips?
Yeah, go find you a colorist. I'm never gonna suggest coloring hair at home. I know hairstylists that can't color. I'm never gonna tell y'all to color your hair at home.
So seeing those flakes just means to shampoo more often?
Yeah. Yeah. Or also, you also want to make sure that the product that you're using is not bothering your scalp. Because sometimes, like, you know, you guys are using products that your hair might like, but your scalp doesn't.
It's like soap.
Yeah.
Some soap causes you to flake more.
What are your thoughts about going under a steamer with conditioner?
It's like a paraffin wax. It's not gonna hurt you, but it's not necessary. It's a luxury service. It's not necessary, but it's also, it's okay. Like, you know, if you wanna spend the money to have a steamer at your house, go for it. It's not gonna hurt you, but it's also like you can get that same effect standing in the shower. You know, I'm not gonna. It's not useless. It's just one of them things that you like. You know, we all have like little gadgets that's extra at home. You know what I mean? Like I have a what do you call them little things? It's like, you know, a jade roller. What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, it's fun. It's not harmful. So I'm never gonna say, oh no, don't do that. There's things that are okay. There's things that are unnecessary. No, let me start. There's things that are your basic necessary. Shampoo, condition, styler, trims. Necessary. Luxury. Heated caps. Steamers. Handheld steamers. All of these things are like luxury items for hair care that are not harmful. Right? So they're fine to have. Enjoy, have you a spa day, put your conditioner in, have you a glass of wine, knock yourself out. And then there's things that are harmful that you guys use. So like oil, castor oil, coconut oil, henna, rice water, like all of this stuff that you guys are doing that you think that's helping, but it's harmful. So as long as you're doing basic or luxury, that's in there, you're good. But yeah, you can have, I'm not saying don't ever do a deep conditioner. What I'm saying is they're not necessary for healthy hair. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to leave your conditioner in for like an extra 20 minutes because you got behind on your show, go for it. But don't think you have to do it. You're not conditioning more because you're leaving it in longer. Conditioner takes 3 to 5 minutes to absorb, and then it's not doing anything. Unless the manufacturer says otherwise, like, you know, like Apogee, you have to leave it in for a certain amount of time for it to harden. But yeah, like overnight, that's kind of gross. Overnight is gross because you are messing with mildew right there, which to me is just nasty. Like, you don't ever want to leave your hair wet for 8 hours or more. And honey, mildew bun season is coming. I love me some summer mildew bun season. When people start coming in with wet, stinky hair. Love it.
Can steaming hair cause the cuticle to swell?
No, not the way you think. It's not gonna cause the cuticle to swell. What causes a cuticle to swell is a chemical reaction, okay? So it can like raise the hair cuticle, right? But when something swells, we're talking about like bleach or perm solution or something like that.
What did you just spray on her hair?
Hairspray. Holding spray.
So for the coarse strand ladies, is it conditioner brand type that's important to make sure it penetrates the strands?
Nah, The fact that your hair is shampooed and conditioned, or shampooed and wet or whatever, that's enough for conditioner to penetrate. When, again, coarse hair does not mean difficult. It just means strong. That's it. You just have strong hair. It doesn't mean that your hair resists conditioning at all.
Like, I don't, I leave conditioner in for the same amount of time for everybody. 5 minutes. Sometimes longer if I'm hungry and I want to eat. But it's not because, coarse hair is harder to condition. It's not. Especially once it's wet. You know what I mean? It's like when we talk about porosity, the second you get that hair wet and soaking wet, porosity is equalized. So in terms of conditioner usage or the amount of conditioner that you need to properly deep condition, it's moot because the hair is already, the porosity is equalized. So even if you think that you came in with your hair in a state of low porosity, the fact that it's now wet means that porosity is equalized.
Do you think a bonnet dryer that attaches to a blow dryer will be okay for twist outs?
Oh yeah, it's just annoying because it's like you gotta hold it.
Yeah.
I like, to me, I just think that a hood dryer is more comfortable. Because the thing is, what I've seen with those where you attach it to the hair dryer, you gotta hold it. Like it flies off the hair dryer or it flies off your head. I would just get like either a standing hair dryer or one that folds up. Yeah, they're not expensive, but it's a good investment if you like twist outs because it'll make your twist out last all week and you can be done with it and not have to sleep overnight with wet hair, which to me doesn't work anyway. Your hair's not dry when you wake up. You can't fold up wet socks and put them in your drawer and then think it's gonna be dry in the morning. It might feel dry, but it's not. That's why when y'all take it out, what ends up happening is that your twist outs frizz because the hair's not dry. There you go, baby.
You have your charger here?
Huh?
And your phone is dying.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, guys. My phone is dying. Okay, let me see. Let me answer a couple of more of these. I think I got 11. Let's see. Okay, and don't forget to tip your hairstylist. Okay. Shit is hard out of these streets. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, thank you. Should I wear a shower cap in the shower on days I don't wash? If you got natural hair, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No, dimethicone is not bad. I use it every day. I'm going to tell you right now, even though something says that it's temporary hair coloring, if your hair is light enough, your hair might stain. Okay? I'm just telling you that right now. For color treated hair, I like to make sure that you're using a color safe, something that protects your color or that keeps your color on tone. So Redken has good color treatment stuff. I've never tried it, but a lot of people seem to like the Felicia Leatherwood brush. I just use I think the few times I went to order it, yeah, Vanessa said it's good. She likes it. I remember I've tried to order it 3 times and it's always sold out, and I refuse to buy a knockoff. So yeah, I'm not buying a knockoff. I'm gonna give my sister her money. I would do that. Because if they're annoying you to the point where it's like, just cut them off. Just cut the little straight pieces off. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt like the overall silhouette of your hair. You're welcome. No, I'm gonna be honest. Like I know that there are better quality gels than Eco Styler. I'm just ghetto. Like I just I like Eco Styler. Look, let me tell y'all something. I gave up pork. Okay. I gave up sugar. I lightweight gave up alcohol. Since the pandemic, I done gave up my wigs, all that. Y'all can't have my Eco Styler. Okay? I done given up too much over the past couple years. Y'all can't have my Eco Styler. Okay? It's gonna have to be something else. I'll give up something else. I'm not giving up my Eco Styler. I don't care what kind of cancer causing properties or what kind of third legs it's gonna make grow on me, I'm using my Eco Styler. Yeah, no, I am anti butters and oils because they don't do anything that you think that they're doing. You don't have to detangle before you shampoo, de-shed before you shampoo. Okay? Don't think about it as detangling because you might be a little too thorough. Just try to get the old shed hair out before you shampoo. Girl, you know what? Here's the thing. They wasn't even dragging me. They dragging themselves because I'm sitting there telling them that their hair is nice. And they're basically saying, no, bitch, it's not. My hair is shit. That's really what they're saying. I'm saying, hey, you don't need that much conditioner because blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, no, my hair is really crappy. I need to put as much as I can on it. Okay, sis. I can't, like, if you think that your hair is garbage, I can't, like, you know, whatever. My 4C clients don't have no issues. They don't have no issues with conditioning and trimming and styling and all that because they listen to me. So again, like I said, if your hair don't look like my client's hair, maybe you should sit down and shut up and listen. But, you know, like Cal Williams said, you can lead a hoe to water, you can't make her think. So I'm not gonna waste my time on it. I'm gonna help the people that want to be helped. I'm gonna give the knowledge that I've learned over 20 years because I think it's something that Black women should know. I think that Black women should have options that don't include people telling them that their hair is garbage, that their hair is dry and unmanageable and unruly, and all of the crap that product companies say to make us buy stuff. And some people, they're so entrenched in their struggle that, thank you, mama. They're so entrenched in their struggle that they don't want a solution. They don't want a fix, because if they have a fix, then what the fuck can they complain about? If your whole identity is tied around the fact that you have 4C hair and that your hair is problematic and that you have to do all of this to keep your hair healthy, and somebody comes along and says, no, that's not the case, you're going to resist that. You just are. You just are. It's literally the same as, you know, trying to tell somebody that, yeah, you do need to wash your legs. Like, it's the same premise. It's like literally I'm having the same conversation. But nobody's hair is one thing anyway, so I don't understand what the whole thing means. But they're acting like there's one 4C. Right. Like, you can have 20 different women that are all 150 pounds and their body is going to look completely different. You can have a whole bunch of women that all have 34C titties, but that don't mean their shape is the same. So why would you assume that all 4C hair looks and behaves exactly the same way? That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. You have people that literally only have experience in their own hair and want to argue with me after I've had thousands and thousands of clients over the past 20 years. Okay, sis. Like, all right. Whatever. I'm not gonna, yeah. Pseudonym, I've been said that. Mama.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. 10 weeks? All right, babe. Love you.
Love you too. Good to see you.
You know, I meant to, do you want, I have so many clothes. And like some are new. But I would rather donate them to somebody. Like, are you guys taking donations right now? Because I know a lot of people aren't.
We're not taking any donations. We don't take clothing donations anyway.
Okay.
I'll find you somewhere
because I don't want to give him the goodwill, because that man is a bastard. He gets free clothes. He's not a nonprofit. He gets free clothes and charges for them and pays his disabled workers below minimum wage, which is garbage. I don't want to give it to Salvation Army because they're anti-LGBTQ. And I don't, it's like, I think there was another one that I was going to have. I think it was something for veterans, but they're pro-Trump. So I don't know who to, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. It's like brand new shoes and all that kind of stuff.
I know there were a couple of women's shelters like a few years year before, 2009, I gave some stuff to a women's shelter.
Okay. Yeah, I should look. Yeah, I'll look into that.
I'll send you an email because I think I still have her information.
Okay, yeah, because I mean that's like 4 big old garbage bags, like stuff with tags on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have a beautiful russet coat that of course my fat ass can't fit anymore, but I don't want to throw it away, so I switched the real fur for my new coat that has faux fur because I don't do faux fur, so I switched it. So now I have this great coat that I can't throw it away. Somebody can really use it. So, but I don't want to just be walking down the street and see some lady and be like, "Oh, do you want to?" Bitch, let somebody come up to me and talk about you want a coat. I'll be ready to fight. Like I would like. Right? What you mean? Do I want to cut? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Donating is hard. Like I don't know who to
I'll give you the
give it
information.
to. Okay.
Because I had a lot of those Ipsy bags too.
Yeah.
And I used to get the Ipsy subscription.
Yeah.
And I sent them to it was nice. She appreciated it. But I don't know about now. Like people are so weird.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of places aren't taking it because of COVID. So it's like I don't want to throw those clothes away, but they can't be sitting in my hallway like they are. I can't.
Yeah.
I get that shit.
I'll forward the information.
All right, babe.
All right, Mama.
All right. See you later.
Be well. Lock up.
Okay, I will. Thank you. I know, right? I can't just be walking down the street and see some lady and just be like, "Oh, do you want like a coat that would cost me $450?" Like, it's a really nice coat. I just can't fit it no more. Let's see. What are scalp treatments? How long we been on here, y'all? 2 hours? An hour? Yeah, 2 hours. Because she came at like, yeah, almost 2 hours. How do we know if we have fine, average, or coarse hair? I actually have a post on that. If you just like go into my Instagram and or you do hashtag JRJNYC, it'll have all of my stuff, and you can, it's characteristics. So it's almost like both me and my sister have fine hair, right? But my sister's hair is way finer than mine. So I don't want to say like, sometimes like if I get too specific, people zero in on stuff. So it's more about what your hair can and can't do. So like it's more about like when I'm trying to explain to somebody what fine hair is, it's like it's characteristics. So if you think about hair like fabric, fine hair would be silk and coarse hair would be cotton. So it's the same characteristics. Like you gotta hand wash silk. You can't use high heat on a silk shirt. Even after you iron a silk shirt, as soon as you sit down, you crease it. Whereas if you iron cotton, it'll stay nice and crisp all day. Coarse hair is the exact same way, where you can press it and it'll stay pressed for 2 weeks. Whereas fine hair, it'll go back real quick. Coarse hair, the twist out will last a good week and a half. And fine hair, that twist out is going to frizz in 2 days. So it's really about, you got to think about how your hair behaves. And if your hair behaves in this way most of the time, then you probably have fine hair. So like if your hair frizzes, doesn't hold a curl, won't stay straight, like when you blow it out, you feel like it's limp and doesn't have a lot of volume, then you probably have fine hair. If your hair always gets volume, you can hold the press, you can get box braids all the time with no breakage, heat styling doesn't bother your hair, then you probably have coarse hair. Let me see. But see, okay, so Harlem Doll, here's the thing. A lot of my clothes, they're not really like dressed for success. They're not really, shut up, don't you stop laughing. They're not really like dressed for success clothes. They're more like, yeah, they're more like trying to get a boo clothes. But they're nice. Like I got jeans. Like I don't really have like blazers and stuff anymore. And it's like brand new heels and stuff like that. Like, No, I don't. Do I trim based off lower density? No, it's not. No, it's split ends. Density doesn't matter to me. for the most part, I have a specific haircut that I do for grow out. So if somebody comes in and gets a bob, of course they're going to get a bob. But if they're trying to grow their hair out, then I'm going to have a very specific shape that I do. And I do that on everybody because it facilitates a good grow out. But I'm not one of those people that I want the hair to look super, super thick at the bottom. Like that whole thing where they just cut the bottom, you will never see me do that. Ever. The only time I do that is when, like, say for instance, somebody is getting 3 inches cut off and I know they're getting 3 inches cut off. I'm gonna cut that hair off before we start, because why am I blowing out all that hair and straightening it when I know we're about to cut it off, or if I'm doing a color. So like if somebody comes in and we're cutting all their hair off, I'm gonna cut that hair off before I start. I'm not gonna blow everything out and then cut it off. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not a haircut. Like I guess it's satisfying for people to watch. For me, it's anxiety inducing because it's so unnecessary and it just drives me nuts because it's not a haircut. But when I see, and it drives me nuts because people think that that's a haircut, that's how you cut hair. So when I'm doing a real haircut, they be like, okay, you're cutting a lot. Like, no, I'm cutting it right. No, that's not, I don't know why they do that. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts because think about it. When you turn around and you're looking at your hair, you're looking at the bottom for length, right? So if you're trying to grow hair out and the person keeps cutting the hair like that, you're not going to see no length. You're not going to see no length. I don't like co-washing. To me, co-washing is a whole bath. There, you can like, co-washing is like, it's a quick, like if you need to refresh your style right quick, as long as you're using it as a styling option and not a maintenance option, I'm all right with it. But in terms of like it just being something to do, I don't like it. Because to me, it's a whole bath. You putting conditioner on dirty hair. That's like putting, you know, it's a whole bath. Have I ever trimmed? Sometimes I'll trim before I shampoo. If my client comes in and she's got like super, super straight hair, sometimes I'll trim before we shampoo, but it's very rare. Because most of my clients are coming in with curly hair, so. Huh? My baby is dying. Are you serious?
One when I came in, and then one when you saw it, and then this one.
Ruby, what is your problem? Sorry, y'all. My fiddly fig is acting like a bitch. Best way to diffuse or wash and go to prevent frizz. First of all, don't scrunch. Scrunching is for white girls that don't have curly hair. We have curly hair. So when you do this with the diffuser, you're encouraging shrinkage. You're encouraging the hair to get shorter. So just hold the diffuser on your hair. Don't do this. Just hold it. And the best way to prevent frizz is to make sure that the gel goes in while your hair is soaking wet, and then do not touch your hair again after that. But when you put gel on dry or towel dried hair or drying hair, you absolutely will get frizz. I am Muslim. Can you order me a mozzarella?
That's it.
And a acai and a and a chicken tortilla soup if they got it, please. I'm sorry, it just is. That's gross. We wouldn't do that with nothing else. We wouldn't, like, on what part of your body or what part of your household would you ever just wash something? Like, you would never wash your clothes with fabric softener. You would never you would never wash your dishes without like soap. You would never wash your body without some type of like actual cleanser. Like, never. Never, never, never. Never will we do that. No, I do relaxed hair. It's just like I just went from like 80 relaxer clients over the past 10 years to like 2. How often is I've never used that Aveda. Here's the thing, steaming, I mean, wetting your hair opens up the cuticle. So as soon as that water, the warm water hits your hair, like you shampooing opens up the cuticle. Shampoo actually opens up the cuticle, and conditioner is what closes the cuticle. That's why when you use a shampoo without conditioner, your hair feels like crap because the cuticles aren't closed. Again, steaming is not harmful, but it's also, it's like, it's just extra. It's just luxury. It's not, using warm water on the hair has the same effect as steam. Wrap foam, no, here's the thing. I don't apply wrap foam to soaking wet hair because that extends your dry time. So I wouldn't I don't think it would be problematic if you did it, but it would increase your drying time, which is, we don't want that. But I don't see why you would choose to do that versus towel dried hair. Gel, yeah, but not wrap foam. When I detangle for a wash and go while the conditioner is still in, because when I rinse that conditioner out, I want my hair to look how it looks before I put the gel in. So that means that I want my curls perfect before I put that gel in. How do you to refresh a wash and go, just add a little bit more product. So let's say your wash and go is looking kind of frizzy or it's like kind of droopy. Just add more of the product that you initially used. Don't add water, because the old product will refresh. The new product will refresh the old product. But if you put water on it, you're just gonna make it stink and it's gonna frizz. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, all of the tips that I give you can be used for any type of hair. The shampooing technique I use is great for straight hair. It's great for relaxed hair. It's great because all hair needs a smooth cuticle to be shiny and to be tangle free and frizz free, And the reason that I know this, you guys, here's the thing. The reason I'm so confident about what I'm saying is because I, for the bulk of my career, have had a diverse clientele. The bulk of my clientele in Seattle was white with straight and wavy hair. And then I had Asian women with coarse hair that like to get permed. Then I had black clients with fine curly hair. I have literally done all types of hair. I was a barber exclusively for 2 years, and all I cut was men's hair, different types of men's hair. So I know how to fade on an Asian guy. I know how to fade on a black guy. The reason I'm so confident is because I have had every type of head in my chair. If white women with bleached hair knew how great Cara Care was for their hair, I used to sell the bulk of my Cara Care at JCPenney to white women because of how it softened their bleached hair. I know what I'm talking about because I've done it on everybody. Oh, you're welcome, Captain. I like your name. You're welcome, Captain Petty. Oh, good. I'm glad, y'all. I'm glad you guys look forward to wash day. The whole point of us going natural was so that we could enjoy our hair again. And it was about learning our hair. And I don't want... We went natural so that we wouldn't be held hostage to our hair. Okay? The stuff that I'm teaching y'all, I have had clients that I consider clients that I've seen one time. And to me, they're still my clients because they still use the techniques that I taught them, even though they go to another stylist or they live far away or whatever. Or I haven't even had them sit in my chair. Like, if I only wanted my clients to know what I know, that is very easy for me to do. It's very easy for me not to have a social media. It's very easy for me not to share this stuff with y'all. Okay? Very easy. But I want all of y'all to know this. I want all of y'all to utilize this information because I want your wash days to be wash hours. Okay? I want you to be confident in what you do with your hair. I want you not to spend so much money on product. I don't want y'all going broke doing this. Because you don't have to. Okay? No, I don't. For Monique, I would recommend just your heat styler. So your heat protectant, yeah, that should be good. You should be good. Or your wrap foam if you do a roller set. Again, that is why I push technique over product. Because if your technique is good, you can use crappy product and still get a good result. We had talked about trimming during lockdown, and I was just saying, like, it's kind of hard for me to recommend that because I don't even trim my own hair. So it's hard for me to say how to do it because I don't even do it. You know what I mean? No, Redken has a clarifying shampoo. So it's clarifying is definitely different. It's not as rich as a moisturizing shampoo. Aisha. I was about to do it LA, but I don't want to be loud. They done already said I'm loud in here, so. Yeah, you know, us ethies have fine hair anyway. So, again, that's also why I'm so good with fine hair and growing out fine hair, because I have fine hair. I know how delicate it is. Most of us have fine hair. A lot of my Caribbean clients, like my Haitian clients and stuff, they tend to have coarser hair. But again, that's why their hair be all big and thick and like pretty and stuff. And it's like, you know, yeah, I'm, like one of my clients, Sauda, oh my gosh, she got such pretty hair. It's like, it's like just thick and like it be coarse and just, it makes me look like such a good hairstylist. I love it. Is it bad to wet your hair every day? It is not bad to wet your hair every day if you're shampooing it every day and if you're drying it every day. Do not let your hair stay wet for a long period of time. That is how mildew starts. No. Oh, why would you put hair rollers in after a blowout? If you're going to, let me see. Yeah. Hold on. Do you mean hair rollers or do you mean like, what do you call them joints? Flexi rods. Actually, oh wait, no, I know what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like you mean like the pink foam rollers. Yeah, I would do that. I would let me see. Cause you might get an uneven set. You might get an uneven set that way. Let me think about that. If you want to, I gotta think about that. Here's the thing. What kind of product? Because if your hair is in twists right now and you put on more wrap foam, you're gonna wet it and you're gonna cause shrinkage. Okay, so flexi rods, yeah. Yeah, you can. It's gonna give you enough shrinkage for hold. Yes, you should be all right. Here's the thing. Air drying, yeah, it encourages mildew. It encourages mildew. You do not want your hair to be wet for 8 hours. Not only that, but a slow air dry encourages moisture evaporation. You're not gonna, like, if you air dry your twists, you're not gonna get as smooth a finish as if you dry under a hood dryer. Wrap foam and stuff is designed to be used with heat, so it's more effective if it dries quickly. When it dries slowly, as it's drying, that slow drying is also pulling moisture out of your hair. That's why when we used to get our doobies and we would be sitting with the rollers, and like say if we had to wait for a dryer, before they would put us under the dryer, they would wet our hair again. They would mist us again. Yeah, a dry, I'm gonna tell y'all, I've told y'all this before. If you like twist outs and you wear your hair natural 95% of the time, a hood dryer is the best investment you can make for your hair. Because it's going to make everything so simple, and you're not going to have those little bitty like issues that twist out girls sometimes get, right? So like you don't have to worry about, oh, my hair didn't dry overnight. 30 minutes under the dryer, you're good. You're good to go, right? So a hood dryer is a good investment. They're like $100. Like even the ones I have here, the ones I got from Amazon, they're like $100. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I understand why you guys are confused about, like fine versus thin and coarse versus thick, because the magazines and stuff use the wrong terminology. I see other hairstylists using the wrong terminology. So that's why I continuously tell y'all what's the difference and stuff. Because I know how much misinformation is out there. So I just got to keep trying to put as much real and true information out there as possible. Full frizz, zero definition. Got you. Blow out your hair, right? Blow out your hair for the fro. Get you a water bottle. Get you a spray bottle. Put it on the setting where it mists, where it's like straight up, not spray, but where it's like almost you can't see the water when you spray it, and go at it. And just psh, psh, and let that fro like tighten up. Let it tighten up. And you don't want to wet your hair. You want to mist it. You want to mist it. I love them froze too. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's how. Oh, okay. So you can refresh a twist out with wrap foam if you're gonna retwist. If you're not gonna retwist, then you can't. So I might have misunderstood you. But you can refresh, like if you're gonna retwist. I'll save it and put it on. Well, I guess I can post. Yeah, I can post it here, I guess. We got 2. Rolene is on her way, so we're gonna be doing 2 at one time. I'm gonna be honest. I like when my clients used to tell me that they couldn't find a stylist, I used to think they was just gassing me, because I feel like the stylists I know are good, but I believe y'all now, because I be on Instagram and I see what some stylists are saying and what they be talking about, and I'm just like, that's why I stay on my own page. I don't engage with other people on other people's pages. Like even sometimes people will tag me and stuff, I'll just ignore it, because I'm like, I'm not getting into it. Black, send me a DM and I'll hit you up. All right, y'all. We've been on here for forever. I better get off before it goes off. Thank you for hanging out, y'all, on a very cold Saturday. And if you're anywhere where it's hot, I hope you stub your toe on your bed. I hope you stub your pinky toe on your bed. If where you are is more than 70 degrees, I hope you stub your toe on your bed. Yeah, so there. I do. Noramachi, I do. I dilute my clarifier and I use a spray-on leave-in conditioner. Something that's really light. I'm gonna be honest. It's frustrating for me because when I'm showing people stuff, the first thing they say is, "Oh, that's not for tight curls," and I'll be like, "Who the fuck told you that?" Because I didn't say that. Everything I do, you can do on tight curls. Absolutely everything I do. First of all, 95% of my clients have tight curls. I don't understand why people keep coming to me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or like, because it's like I don't. I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna go there again. I'm not gonna go there again because I don't have a problem with 4C hair. I don't have a problem with talking about it. I don't have a problem styling it. I don't have a problem caring for it. What I have a problem with is people acting like it's garbage hair. That's what pisses me off. It's like, why do people keep acting like 4C hair is so horrible? Like, it's just so, oh my God, I can't do anything with it. That doesn't work for 4C hair. I can't, like, shut the fuck up. Like, I can't. It's just, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh, you in Jamaica? Okay, I'm about to block you. I'm blocking everybody that's in the Caribbean. I'm blocking everybody that lives by a beach. Pissing me off, talk about she's in Jamaica. I don't care. I really do care though. I haven't been nowhere since last year, and I go somewhere every 3 months. This is killing me. This is killing me. I am 3 shades lighter than my normal winter foundation. I stay brown, okay? I stay brown. This is horrible. I need to be on a beach somewhere. I was supposed to go to Aruba. I was supposed to go to St. Martin. I was supposed to go to Mexico. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. All right, y'all. I'm going to go eat. And I will save this and I'll post it or whatever. So do me a favor. Tip your hairstylist, cashapp or whatever. If you cannot tip, please share this. Because I know everybody is struggling right now. At least share this or tag somebody or follow at the Fro House. All that stuff the influencers say that you're supposed to do. Like and subscribe and all that, you know. But I'm about to eat my food before my clients come. And I'll holler at you guys later. Okay? Love you guys. All right. Bye.